Hi, welcome to another Power Blast podcast. If you're looking to develop the belief in yourself, I'm going to share a few tips with you. Stay tuned. Hey everyone, Perry Tinsley here, creator of the Power Blast podcast, owner of PutYourselfFirst.com, and founder of Team Power Blast. I'm going to talk to you about belief. I don't know if you've ever heard of this guy before, the guy by the name of John C. Maxwell. But I'm being mentored by him this year, and once a month we get on these calls. And the last one we talked about belief. And I'm going to share a few things with you just from the lesson, so it's kind of like you're getting the John C. Maxwell mentoring moment here. But I write in my notebook, and there were a few things that stood out with things I've shared with people to coach people to build that belief in themselves. And I don't think there's like a switch that you could just flip on and say, hey, I've got belief, I have self-confidence. But there are a few things. Now, John said, belief comes from 5 different things where we get it. I think maybe 6 different things. I'm just going to share a few of them with you. One of them is your background. And I'm not going to go too deep into that, but our belief systems happen from our background, our upbringing, and the different experiences we've had throughout life. So some of those things you can't go back and necessarily change. If you're fortunate to be in a household that built your self-confidence and your belief, you probably do pretty well in that area. Other places, maybe self-confidence went away for a little bit. But another place that, number 2, where you get self-belief is from your friends. And, we've got our friends that we hang out with. We've got our friends that we grew up with. When it comes to belief, you got to look at who are you being surrounded by. Look at your top 5 people. Are these people going places? Are these people believers? Are these people that kind of drag you down? So you kind of need to have a little insight on that as far as that. But the other 2 that I want to talk about is when it comes to your inside victories and your outside victories. I think this is so important. Even the friendship part too. Not that I've gotten rid of friends in my life or anything like that, but when it comes to empowering yourself and wanting to believe and build that self-confidence, you kind of want to surround yourself with people who are wanting to go there too, or wanting to have that too. And fortunately, I've been able to surround myself by really amazing people. When it comes to inside victories, this is so important, and I think it's very much disregarded by several people, but the people that do it, they know, they figure it out. And it's personal development. It's reading good quality books or listening to audiobooks. You can do this in the car while you're driving. Just empowering, uplifting, things that fill your mind and brain with good mindset. And I know that there's a lot of people out there that they're great people, but they've got a chip on their shoulder, something fierce, and they kind of, I don't need any of that hocus pocus, mumbo jumbo books, or I don't need self-help or anything like that. I think we all do, and it empowers you. It builds in that self-belief. It builds the confidence. It helps you overcome obstacles. It helps you take on new challenges. It helps you overcome fear of failure. So that's another big thing. I'm just kind of looking at my notes, but you got to be bigger on the outside, bigger on the inside than you are on the outside. And there's a lot of people that put up a front, and they really struggle with the mental chatter and the mind chatter, and just a very, very difficult time. So while it would be easy for me to recommend like 15 books out of the gate here, there's a couple of them. John C. Maxwell has a great one, the 15. I'm just going off the top of my head, the 15 Laws of Growth. Google it, or go on to Amazon. It's the 15 Laws of Growth or something to that effect. That's a really powerful book. Shalene's Push covers a lot of different things in areas, helps you get organized, and sets you up for success to have these little victories to build self-confidence and to build belief, which leads me into the next part, which is the outside victories. When you start getting those victories outside and you get those wins and you get you build kind of this self-confidence. So let's take a fitness program, for instance. You decided to join one of my 21-day or 30-day groups, and you get yourself a fitness program, you get yourself Shakeology, you get yourself a complete package. Package arrives at your door. You may still have that self-doubt, that lack of confidence. You might not even open the box. You might just sit there and go, man, I can't do this, because that's what you're doing. Can I do this? But you know what? You start building your belief and your confidence the second you open that box, the second you start reading materials, the second you start saying, what if? The second that you decide to put in the DVD and tell me that many of you haven't done this before, and you just sit there and watch the workouts just to see, gosh, that looks hard. And then maybe some workouts don't seem too hard, but you try them. And they're challenging, and you start to feel self-deflated, and where did I go, and all this stuff. But you know what? You show up each day, you modify, you adjust, you make the changes, and day by day, bit by bit, you get a little bit better, and the confidence happens, and you start to build those outside victories. And then that just snowballs. And then in the meantime, you're reading good personal development books, and that's magnifying what you're doing with the workouts and the fitness. I do know a lot of people that go and they get a fitness program and they do it, but they still have that chip on their shoulder. They're still disgruntled. They're still kind of mean people. They just don't have their mindset right with the personal development stuff. And, that's okay. That's a choice. But we're talking to you. I'm talking to you. Where is it that you want to go? Take a look 5 years down the road. Where do you want to be in 5 years? Is it where you're at now? Or do you want to improve? Do you want to be better? Do you want to be a belief magnet, a person that just is filled with self-confidence and belief? Speaking of self-confidence, Shalene it's a purchase program, but she has this, it's a confidence club. You'll have to Google that too. Some sort of confidence club training program that can give you some great tips on that. But really, I have seen confidence and belief from the people who have joined our groups by getting those inside victories and those outside victories just by joining the challenge and day by day showing up and making big changes in their life. It's unbelievable. I challenge you to join one of our challenges, and let's help you build that self-belief. And if you've got a great self-belief, let's make it even stronger. There's somebody out there that you feel could benefit from this podcast, I'd appreciate it if you get out there and share it and comment below. Email me, message me, let me know, hey, I'm in, I'm ready to go, I'm ready to make a change, because every day is a new opportunity to make an improvement with yourself and to make a change. Remember, it's never too late. We'll see you next week.